Hello everyone. Okay, for this time we will learn or we'll discuss about the types of screws, threads, and their uses. Okay, for the first one we will learn about triangular screws, threads. Triangular threads are also very easy to find in our daily lives. For example, on components we often use like cell phones, laptops, computers, and others. That's why we encounter and use triangular threads more often than other types of threads in general. Triangular thread is the most commonly used type of thread for bolts, including engine oil bolts and the Honda Vario's rear wheel axle nut. Its main characteristic is the triangular cross-section of the thread groove. Triangular threads are generally used more often, such as in motorcycles, bicycles, and other vehicles. Items. For example, on motorcycle bolts, there are bolts on the motorcycle body, and on other components. Okay, next we will discuss the square thread. What is a square thread? A square thread is a type of thread with a groove cross-section shaped like a square. Is a type of thread whose crests and grooves are square in shape when cut crosswise. The angle between the crests and grooves is nearly 90 degrees, making their surfaces flat and parallel to one another. Here's the translation. As for its size, it is determined by the main parameters: outer diameter the outermost circle of the thread, inner diameter the innermost circle of the thread groove, pitch, the distance between adjacent thread crests. For example, a square thread for a hoist drum can have an outer diameter of 50 millimeters, a pitch of 10 millimeters, and a thread depth of 5 millimeters. Its size is adjusted to the load being supported and the required movement speed. Okay, next we will discuss trapezoidal threads, also called Acme threads or metric trapezoidal threads, which are a type of thread whose crests and grooves are trapezoidal in shape when cut cross. The angle between the crests and grooves is usually around 30 degrees. As for its size, it is determined by the main parameter: outer diameter, the outermost circle of the thread, inner diameter, the innermost circle of the thread groove, pitch, the distance between adjacent thread crests, thread depth, the distance from the crest to the groove of the thread, thread angle, the angle between the two slanted sides of the thread. Okay, next we will discuss buttress threads. A buttress thread is a type of thread whose crests and grooves are shaped like a saw when cut crosswise. Its distinctive feature is having one side that is almost perpendicular and the other side that is slant. As for its size, it is determined by the main parameters: outer diameter, the outermost circle of the thread, inner diameter, the innermost circle of the thread groove, pitch, the distance between adjacent thread crests, near perpendicular side angle, the angle between the almost perpendicular side and the thread axis, slanted side angle, the angle between the slanted side and the thread axis. Its advantage is that it is very strong in withstanding unidirectional loads because the load is distributed more evenly over a large surface area. It is also stronger and often used in industrial factories. Okay, next we will discuss radius threads, also called round threads. A radius thread, or we can call it, is a type of thread whose crests and or grooves are curved in shape when cut crosswise. Unlike serrated threads, which only have curved crests, radius threads usually have both parts curved, or at least their grooves have a radius to reduce stress concentration. For example, in this video they are found on the light bulbs in our home. As for its size, like other threads, it is determined by the main parameters: outer diameter, the outermost circle of the thread, inner diameter, the innermost circle of the thread groove, pitch, the distance between adjacent thread crests, crest radius, and root radius, the curvature size of the thread's crest and groove. These sizes usually follow international or national standard. For example, the ISO standard for industrial radius threads, or special standards for heavy equipment,